in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. No audience claps, no one to cheer. Just me in the market, year after year. My phone pings once a spam email plea. Boost your followers, be a celebrity. I delete it fast like a bad trade gone wrong. Cause my world's in the lines where the trends belong. Volume spikes, then it drops to a crawl. I sip cold coffee, stare at the wall. Lonely days, but I can't look away. This is my life, for better or worse, okay? I watch the ticks, they dance in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. Maybe I should log off, go outside, breathe the air, see the sunrise. But the market waits, it never sleeps, and I'm addicted to the chase. The secret it keeps. What if I win? What if I lose? Does it matter if no one's here to choose? I guess I'll stay in this digital cage, trading my days, page after page. Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. Screen fades to black, I close my eyes. Tomorrow's a new chart, a new disguise. Lonely days, but I'll wake up again. Cause in the end, the market's my only friend. Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one
Good morning, guys. Still getting a few things set up, guys. A few things set up. Let me make sure I got the most. One of my important thing is copy trader. I don't know if I've got that set up or not. All right, so we are copy trading that first trade as usual every morning. What's up, man? How are you doing? Just getting the last few things set up. Let's see. The 15-minute looks actually pretty good this morning. I know sometimes it can be kind of weird when the 15 minutes opens inside the 15 minutes. That just means that we're probably just trading sideways. I don't think we have any early morning news today. So I'd like to see us open up. For some reason, I don't know about the rest of you guys. I always struggle around the previous day high. I don't know what it is. It just seems like every time I get around that level, it's like not the greatest price action because you're just not really sure which way we're going to go. Are we going to continue making all-time highs? I feel like when trading at all-time highs can be kind of tough too for anybody that's familiar with trading at those all-time highs. It seems like that's always a little bit on the difficult side. So So, like I said, the main accounts this morning that we're going to try to work on is we have elusive that I need to make 120 on to pass it to finally get to funded. It seemed like I've been taking forever to get that thing to funded. I don't really like full and sending evals unless they're like cheap evals, and that's really not a cheap eval to be full sending to me. At least to me, it's not a cheap eval. We are going to be copy trading our 3 funded accounts. We will bring those over real quick. So this is where we're at on these funded accounts. So we're at 52,850 on this one. This is the one that we're working on our third payout with this account. So we still need to make 600 plus 150. So $750 to get to the next payout threshold on that one. The 25K, I've never received a payout on that one. So if we're fortunate enough to make it there, that'll be the first one on that one. And we still need $640 on that one. And this third funded account, these are the main 3 funded accounts that I trade every day. And this one, we still need to make $1,500 because this one I haven't really traded a lot. But recently I've started just copy trading it with everything else. So in this way, we can just either do our 1 or 2 trades in the morning and just kind of be done. So in this way, we're not looking for that second trade. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but it seems like as soon as I got to look for that second trade, it's usually not the greatest. I'm not going to lie. It seems like if I'm patient enough to wait for that first initial trade, it usually works best for me. So we're going to continue that. Hopefully we can at least get a small green or full green today and tomorrow. And I think if we do that, we're not going to trade them Friday. I think Friday, if that's the case, we'll just, not risk it on a Friday. So I did take a loss last Friday on this account, so like $70. So, I'm kind of thinking to the upside, but I'd like to see us go up there and hit the 26,025, and then the next push up is to have it print. You're thinking maybe sell off today. The spies up, yeah, the spies around that 7,000. I forgot to update my levels today on the ES, so we may do that in a minute. I got 10 minutes, so I guess I could do that real quick. It'll take me a minute because I have to delete these levels and reinstall them. Let me go to my Discord. I have to. Give me a minute, guys. I was trying to put my levels back on the ES here. Takes me about a minute or two because I have to delete all these numbers that I have in there and reinstall them. So I forgot to do that this morning. Give me a minute. Okay. All right, let's look. Wednesday. So what? Today we'll probably have to hold up the 7,000s if we're going to continue higher. If the bears are going to stay in control, or bulls, I mean 7,000. Let me see what the bear bull line is for these numbers today. See, the major is going to be your 7,002. Bull case tomorrow. 68.72. I was looking for, let's see, general ideas defend the 69.83 watch trap is support for tomorrow. If we can keep 70, 21, 36, 22, 58 live direct bear case discussed above. So it looks like if we can start kind of pushing here above the 12, we may get a data wick run up there at the 720s on the ES here. I'll bring over the ES chart so you can see it. I don't know how many of you guys can see it on the smaller screens. Yeah, I mean, looking at the price action last night, man, we just pretty much traded sideways between Asia and London. There really wasn't a lot of move. The London session did do kind of a manipulation of the Asia market if you kind of go look at that. So it did dip down to 934. So a lot of times if it dips to the below, a lot of times you may get a move to the upside. So, and that's usually the case sometimes when you're just dealing with these very bullish markets. Like it just does not stop. It just keeps going and going and going. Look at Artie. It's happening too early. We need this to wait. But this could be a manipulation candle. That's the weird thing. It could. We got like a data wick or whatever that is up at the 26.45. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. So I'm not a fan whenever we get the little quick breakout first thing in the morning. I prefer it to stay inside of our 15 minutes, and that way we can, anticipate the move as it's happening. To me, it seems like it always makes it a little bit tougher, and you kind of are sitting around waiting for the market to get back to normal whenever this happens in the morning. So, or it could be one of those deals where we don't get a pullback and we just blast. And then there's no way of catching that trade. You're just kind of just sitting on the sidelines watching. Make sure my mic's working. I got it turned down. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some adjustments to my mic. I like it. Up there it is. Okay. I got too much stuff playing in the background. Holy crap. All right. That was pretty loud. So this is kind of what we were hoping for at the opening, where we get the push above our pivot at 24 and find support above that pivot. Look for longs, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. So next choice here would be, this would be the manipulation candle. Then we run these 4-hour lows down at 930s. So either that, or we can look for this 4-hour candle to get ran, then come back down. You say you're up $100 short in oil. I'm no good at trading oil there, man. I'm very, I don't know much about the gold or oil market at all. Oh, look at this thing trying to play out. Come on, man. That was supposed to be like that was the setup that we were hoping for, guys. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen in opening. I was hoping that we would get this set up here at the opening, where we would just print right above our pivot at, with a wig back down into the 15s or the teens, then a blast back out the top. But I don't know what to expect here at opening now. We got a minute left. So lately we haven't been taking the opening trade right away. We've been a little patient and just waiting. What's up, H? How are you doing today? Yeah, you want to see that pull back into this range here. Then if we're going to blast, let us blast. Let me make sure all my stuff is correct. Nah. Okay. There's the pullback. Previous day high. So 15 minutes. Well, let's see if we can blast back above this pivot here. We still haven't ran that 4-hour candle, I don't think. I like it back above this pivot here, because we did not run that data wick. Bounced off the previous day high, bounced off the 26,000. Hopefully we didn't jump in too early here. Yeah, we may have jumped in a little too early. Yep, that's going to get us. I can see it happening now. Damn it. So we took our first loss this week. All right, make sure all my stuff is closed. Oh, I thought I could get that when it popped back above there. All right, I got to disconnect. So we're going to start off the day 120, 125 in the hole. Let me make sure all those are flattened. Let me make sure. All right, we're going to switch over to the elusive. I still like the longs. This thing. Just trying to shut down all my accounts, make sure that nothing's left in this copy trader. Yeah, I'm not going to enter. I'm going to wait for the next candle. Probably should have waited for that first candle anyway. I haven't been taking that. That's the first time I've taken a early first 5-minute trade in a minute. Man, we know this thing's going to keep going. What time? We got 50 seconds left, so we'll wait for this next 5-minute candle and see if we can wick into the pivot. I mean, the ES is looking very strong. Man, I was really hoping we were going to break that 27,000 today on that account. Yeah, I'm still bullish. Man, the rejection's so tough here. What's up, Chris? How are you doing? We're good. We are. Unfortunately, we did take a loss on our very first trade this morning. But we know every day is not a winner, so we just have to. The key is to put the account away. So if you take a loss, put the account away. Don't continue trading it unless you're trading multiple funded accounts. In my case, I'm copy trading, so it's a one-in trade done for me with my 3 fundeds. Usually I'd be over there like trading again. Oh no, it's part, to me, losing is part of trading. I don't ever come thinking that I can win every single trade. Yeah, losing don't hurt my feelings. At least not anymore. Not like it probably used to. So now I just know it's part of it. You know, you just gotta manage your losses. If you take a loss, don't continue trading. Don't revenge trade. You know, if you're looking to protect your accounts. So we've already disconnected from those accounts. So we're not attempting to trade that anymore for the day. Because we're still only roughly about $800 from payout on those accounts. So that's why I try not to do anything too stupid with those. Man, it's so hard to not jump in long here, but the ES is just grinding. The ES is just grinding up to that 25 level. 25, 26. Yeah, see, I was long whenever this candle here retested that, but I just didn't have a big enough stop loss. It's like I was right and wrong all at the same time because my stop loss won't allow me to have more than like 20 points. Everyone's watched the A-Bet. I'm not sure what that is. That'd be what, first 50 touch. We got 10 seconds left for a new candle. Didn't really have time to kind of pull the fib on that. I may wait for the 75 to get hit. That's probably the safest way to go, honestly. Pretty much like the same type price action we were having yesterday, where you get these big bullish moves, then you get a small body with big wicks, and the very next candle is just like a massive candle. So if I'd have waited for that second candle was definitely the safer of the candle, because we never did wick back more than the 20 points there. But that's all in hindsight. I mean, you can look at that now and see, but don't know how that's going to be in the moment. I'm not sure what ABAT is. Is that a stock? ABAT? Is that like a stock? Oh. The American Battery Technology? Oh, okay. What's up, IE? How are you doing today? Wow, what an insane pullback this is. I didn't realize we had the midnight candle there too, also at that pivot. Yeah, I know ES is, it's, see, I'm not sure if this is where we're coming back to the middle of this 15 minutes. I would kind of have to see us need to sweep back out the other side of the 15 minutes. Because this could like rip all the way back up here. I thought the ES could possibly push down to what, 69.83. You went long here, H. Definitely a nice retest of that 15-minute zone, 9 o'clock to 9:15. Wow. Just an insane candle. Nice H. Well, dude, this thing is insane. Oh, goodness. Was that like a 50.5 minute candle? What? Almost a 70.5 minute candle. If we can break back above that 12. I just don't want to jump in this thing, and this thing just wicks all the way back down. I don't know if it's just safe to hold this until to wait for that next 5 minute candle to print. I mean, that's already a, what, 50, 60.5 minute candle? So that's a massive 5 minute candle. Oh no, we try not to buy. I try my best not to buy not to buy the 5 minute breakout candles. It seems like whenever I do buy those, I get wrecked. Kind of like I did on that last candle. I should have knew better than buying a breakout candle. We got a minute 20 seconds left for the next 5 minute candle, and we'll see what happens with that next candle. I kind of want to see the ES print above the 7012. That is one. This could be possibly a massive inside bar. Massive. What is that? 50 points? Or inside bar? I mean, that's pretty wild. Waiting to see if ES can print back above the 7012. And this can find support in this area here. I'd rather see some kind of pullback because this is a, sometimes I take these inside bars. But I'm scared it may have to pull back to that pivot there. All right, we're going to try the inside bar. We could just get our face wrecked here. My goodness. Oh, now the stop loss is supposed to be down here, but there's no way I can have that big of a stop loss. watching the ES. If the ES cannot get back above 12, we may even have to close this before it pulls back. I really don't even want to take a 25-point loss on this. I'd rather just take a 10 to 20 points, 10 to 15 max. And this is a eval, guys. This is my elusive eval. Man, the ES is not reclaiming. I may have to close this. If ES loses at 08, we'll just have to close this because that means it was just a manipulation. Okay. Oh, come on. I swear, guys, it's been one of these mornings already. May have to call it quits early. Holy goodness. Mercy, mercy, mercy. All right, so like I said, loss on the elusive account. Woo. All right, just gonna have to sit and watch for a minute. No, can't remember the last time I've taken like back-to-back losers on my accounts. All right, like I said, we're just going to have to sit on the sidelines for a minute and just wait till we get some more structure built up. Oh, it's not going that great. We've taken back-to-back losers this morning. We took one loss on the funded account, but we were copy trading 3 accounts. So you might say three fundeds were in the red. Then we just took a loss on the elusive account. I thought the ES was going to break these 12s and get like a nice little push here. So now we'll just have to sit on the sidelines, Wolf, and just kind of wait a little bit. We'll trade our My Funded Futures account next. It seems like anytime we start getting like all-time highs, we haven't, we haven't been here for a minute. It just seems like, man, it seems like the price action just gets, we're just, I struggle. It seems like whenever we get up here. Probably the MNQ micros. Where most of my stop losses are coming at Wolf is how big your stop loss has to be. So I try to just keep a strict 15 to 20 point, about 20 point stop loss. And right now you're almost needing a 30 point stop loss on some of these breakouts. And that's what's getting my trades. It's not that, we don't feel like we're going to move higher. It's just how large the candles are. The ATR is just so massive right now. I mean, you're looking at like 50.5 minute candles, and that makes it super tough on any kind of pullback. And that's kind of what we're running into. So both losses came in us going in the right direction. We just couldn't withstand the pullback. And I'd rather just take a small loss on my fundeds than just possibly holding that thing into like a big drawdown. So I'd rather just take my small loss and move on to the next day than to, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And just move to the next day. That way, if you, for some reason, if it does continue down, you're not losing like $300-400 on an account instead of losing 120 or 130. So that's one way I've been able to protect my fundeds. What's up, Raul? How are you doing today? Mm. Here, you would think that that would be like a pullback to the 50. So that would be kind of like a 75 pullback, then having a pullback into the 50. Oh, nice. All your orders played out last night. So if you were playing that inside bar thing right, your entry would have been at 50, but your stop loss would have to be down at 90. So you're looking at, like I said, a 60-point stop loss. You got up today and removed all your sell orders. I don't blame you. Like, I still think we're going higher. It's just all about how we get there. You're going to constantly get those 20, 30-point pullbacks and just getting just wrecked. All right, this is going to be your first 90 push. Just remember, usually a lot of times between your 90 and 100, you'll get some kind of resistance. What are we up since what? Almost 100 points? Yeah, 100-point move. Did anybody play the 5-minute inside bar correctly? I don't know if anybody here takes those or not. So basically what you're doing is you're waiting for a inside 5-minute candle. And you kind of want to do it, wherever the trend is going, which is up this morning, but your stop loss would have had been down at 90. So that's kind of what I was talking about with that inside bar this morning. Your stop loss would have had to been 50 points. But as right now, it turned into a winning trade. You're just looking for 50 points. So you would have been a 1 for 1. You're already up about 35. We're going to kind of wait and see what happens with the 26,100. I feel like that's probably the safer play. Here on the ES, for us to stay bullish, you kind of need that 12 to 08 area to hold. Draw a line at, what'd you say, 49? Let's see. What is the 49 level? How you been doing this morning, Nick? Let's see. Woo, we're 0 for 2 this morning, Nick. We got a rough start today. Are you taking too many trades? No, just like 2 hours. We usually do like a couple hours in the morning and a couple hours at night. No 12 hours. Both of the top respects each. Okay. Yeah, we do the Asia session. Usually the Asia session, we only do evals. New York session, we'll take one funded trade, and so we just accept for whatever happens with the funded. Nice, Nick. Nice bounce. We're doing good. Yeah, well, if we do have a Discord, I can grab it for you real quick. Let's see, Discord. I know the right places. Mm. Yes. Yeah, we're live every day. Even though we're on the struggle bus a little bit today, that's okay. Right now, guys, we're just sitting on our hands since we've already taken back-to-back losses, so we're going to be very patient for the next trade. No, not on the Saturdays. We used to do Sundays, but man, Sunday's price action is so insane. I don't really look at any other markets besides pretty much the ES and NASDAQ. What do we got? Shoot, we still got 2 minutes left. Man, this price action is so grindy that it's so hard to enter this almost every single. I have been dabbling with gold in the evening. Dude, it looks like even trying to get 5 points is a struggle. I think the ES is just going to have to break back above that 25 for us to continue long. Yeah, nice call out on that 49, Nick. Man, that thing hit right on the money this morning. So that would be your first 90 push. Remember, try not be careful longing up into the 90s to the whole number at the 100. Sometimes it can be very iffy here. You kind of want to wait for that first hit of the 100 and kind of pull back. There comes your first. Looks like almost 100 push there. Right at the 100. So usually anticipate some kind of little pullback off the 100s. You entered long. Nice. I try not to enter long on that first push above the 100s because sometimes you got to get a pullback to the 90. I try to wait for that 10 to get hit first if I can. Wait for that 10 to get hit, then get the pullback. I've never seen that before. There's your first 10 hit. Looks like about a 7. Oh, nice. So here's kind of where you want to see the 90 hold up here. This the 90 is going to hold if you are looking for longs. Or the, what, this wick at 83. Kind of want to see the 90 hold up here. Then start pushing back up. The ES hit off support. You can see that was support for the ES sitting up there at the 25s. You like the 81 wick? Man, we are building up a... Your short bias? It's so hard to think about shorts, man, after we done moved up so much. Yeah, it's so grindy today, guys. It's so difficult to jump into these because even though you may be right, the pullbacks have just been so massive today. Oh, nice for coming in first, man. Dude, I think if the ES can break above that 25.26, we may get a run here. The ES just needs to break that 26 and you should get a push. There's that push. Dude, right to that pivot. Yeah, that 25.26 was just short. I mean, the support level for the. And so now we can actually move up about 10 points. So we can actually probably might have a decent move to the upside. We're just going to wait and see what happens with the pivot here. You kind of want to see the ES pull back and retest the top of maybe 25.26. Or you need to at least get through 32 here. The ES looks like it has plenty of room to push up higher here. Do I have a bot account on my Discord? Not that I'm aware of. This price action has sucked for me today, guys. I've struggled so bad on this price action with some of these pullbacks. Nope, that's probably not me. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, because I've been staring at charts. I know I haven't sent anything, so. And I usually don't. I probably don't even know how to, honestly. Well, good thing you slept through it, Nick, because we took back-to-back losses today. Well, we had the right move picked. We just didn't have the drawdown to withstand the pullback. Because we were long biased this morning. We just had like multiple, like 30, 40 point pullbacks, and that was just way too much that I was, unwilling to lose. Yeah, Nick. It was my, normal. If I lose, it's like 120, 130. But we've already put them away for the day. So take your loss like a man and put the counts away, guys. Don't continue trading them. Save them for tomorrow, because tomorrow may be a really good day and you get a nice trading day tomorrow. But today was not that case. Yeah, instead of needing 650, I probably need like 800 now to get back to payout. Oh, you got 700 until you blow your account. Yeah, man, just take your small wins and move on. Either get your small win, move to the next day, or if you take a small loss, put the account away. That is probably what's helped me the most with my fundeds, just putting them away. It's so hard to think we're going to come down unless the ES just makes some kind of dramatic turn here. But check general of the Discord. Yeah, we can look at it. That's when we open. It was all these big manipulation candles from this morning. Like I said, we're just not getting the follow through. Almost like every single trade is going up 2 or 3 points pullback, 4 or 5 points pullback. It's just, like I said, making it so tough to even enter these. And the ES has what? We can move up to the 40. That's your next support level up there on the ES. There's your first 50 push. A lot of wicks. Is anybody still holding longs? Though the inside bar was 1 for 1 today. The inside bar would have paid you what? 50 points? You would have got your 50 points on the inside bar because you would have been long from what? Where I got long earlier at 50. So that's what I mean by like the whip backs are just very, very strong here. And that's where it would get you in trouble, especially if you oversize on those type of candles where it's just whipping back like 10, 20 points. So it just gets you in trouble. Are getting a little doji candle. Current day mids down there at what? 26.43. You lost $900. Whew. That sounds like you went in heavy, Miguel. Is it because of the like deep pullbacks we're getting? Is that what got you and you had the right direction pick? Oh, you did a rule break type thing? Yeah. That's usually gets me too if I start doing stuff like that. This stuff is just moving so slow that it's so hard to even just jump in for 5 or 10 points. Oh, goodness. Maybe we can get some kind of pullback here where we lose that pivot back below 32 and have some kind of pullback. Yeah, we're red ourselves, Miguel. We're red on 3 fundeds from this morning and red on an eval. But it was only the 2 losses because we were copy trading this morning. Now that $900, was that just from one account or was that from... I hate... I wasn't paying attention to my TikTok thing and we lost connection. Like I said, guys, just still kind of just sitting on our hands at the moment. Sorry about that, TikTok. For some reason, if I'm not paying attention to my TikTok page, TikTok will close my trade. You're still holding your long H? Nice. Nice 100 level test. So maybe this will just be the pullback for us to kind of pop back up above those 30 levels. Did I buy the PDH? I don't think so. It looks like ES is trying to squeeze that 25 level here. The fake outs have been so real today that it's making it so difficult to join these. And you're just not getting that really quick follow through like you're used to, like that quick 5-10 points. Everything is just so grindy. We got another fake out. Yeah, that's kind of what's gotten me this morning, Miguel, is the fake outs, man. That's what got me on my trades. The big pullbacks have just wrecked me today. You're short already? It's hard for me to short, man, when we're at all-time high. You know, when we start getting at highs, I do not short. We got a minute left for a new 5-minute candle. So wait and see. I'm going to wait and see what happens with this next 5-minute candle. The 945 won't let you down. I don't even know what time. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens with this new 5-minute candle here. We got about 30 seconds left. It's like I want to get a prop firm account, but I'm scared you might blow it right away. All right, we're about to get a new 5-minute candle here. I'd like to see it kind of retest this pivot here. See what happens. Where are you short from, Nick? See how we're just not getting follow through today, guys? Every single candle print has just been a battle. Every candle. Wolf, you can always look into some like cheaper prop firm accounts. Hello, Lauren from Brazil. You got long. I think, yeah, I remember you saying you got long back down there, didn't you, H? I'm still just been sitting on the sidelines since my last loss, guys. So we haven't taken any more trades. Lost my ES charts. Yeah, this is definitely one of these days that you can just get yourself in trouble, guys. This price action is super tough. And that's just because we're not getting follow through. I mean, just getting 5 or 10 points, it's just grinding. Oh, excuse me. Heavy resistance. Yeah, tug and pull. Yeah, no doubt. It has made this price action very tough to trade. That's why I've been sitting on the sidelines, guys. I know if I continue jumping in this, I'll just have the day will just get worse for me. So I'm just going to probably sit on the sidelines unless we start getting some kind of movement. No, I don't usually ever short whenever we're at highs. We're approaching those highs. I think what, 27,000 or something's the highs? 26,700 or something like that. Nick, on your short, did you go in heavy on that one? You bought puts on the SPY? No, I'm about to. Oh, man. You could get a retest of at least a pivot here. So just be aware that we could get a pivot retest down at the 140, 132. You've been getting screwed for weeks on SPY. Mm-hmm. Ooh. You don't like the quick flushes and bounces? Man, I'm surprised so many of you guys are still slamming the button. I'm over here like, since I took back-to-back losses, I'm over here like nervous about pushing the button. Don't do it. Oh, excuse me. Well, the ES looks like it's trying to pull back and the NASDAQ's trying to push up. So I don't know what's going to happen here. Yeah, Glass, this stuff is very tough to trade today. We're just not getting good movement. It's like I want to trade, but I know I'll just dig myself in a deeper hole if I try to trade this. So we're just trying to sit. Come on, 40 or 32. I don't think I've ever looked at the 10-minute candle, Nick. That's something new for me. Oh, 10 a.m. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Ten o'clock. A little bit of doji candle here. Does this doji get us a little very indecisive candle to see if we can get the pop here? Yeah, it does look long. I just, like I said, I usually have such a tight stop loss, H, that even though I may be right on the long, I'm still getting stopped out. So that's what happened this morning. So we were, we were long bias all the way this morning, but I just couldn't withstand the pullbacks this morning on those big 40, 50 point pullbacks. So that's where all of our losses came in, was on the massive pullbacks. It seems like it's been like that the last few days, where we've just been getting these crazy big pullbacks that you get mixed signals from the Russell, Q, and SPY above the VWAP, but now the Dow is falling. This is one of these days that usually will blow up your account. What's up, Eats? I'll try to do a better job at paying attention to my TikTok, H. So if the TikTok ever goes down without me saying something, that just means that the timer ran out on the TikTok page. I'm not really sure what that is, but every now and then I'll get like a timer on that. If I'm not paying attention to it, they'll shut the stream. And I'm assuming they do that so people don't leave their lives up. Yeah, I can give it to you. Oil sneaking up. Maybe that'll give us a nice little short if oil was sneaking up today. You can see the NASDAQ is going so slow that the ES is barely moving for the last 15 minutes. The euro closes in 30 minutes. Maybe the close of the London will give us a little bit of sell-off. Oh, man. What's up, man? Dude, we're in doji heaven here with all these freaking big old wicks, no bodies, guys. You can see the ES has not moved in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 20 minutes. The ES is just chopping back and forth 4 points, 3 points. So between 20, 25, 27, and 32, the ES is not moving. Goodness, guys, this stuff is so rough. Anybody still holding along from earlier this morning? Like I said, that inside bar worked this morning for anybody that took the inside bar this morning. Or did it? No. Yeah. Oh, where's it at? What's it? Oh, no, never mind. It's been a tough inside bar. You're still in a trade, man. Congrats if you're still in a trade, especially if you got in like down at the bottom. Tomorrow we just got to make sure we do not enter on that first candle. That's kind of what I feel got me today, is I entered on that very first 5-minute candle, and I haven't been doing that. It's just kind of in the moment, you know. You can look at it in hindsight now, but that was basically my mistake this morning, is joining in on that first 5-minute candle. Nick, did you still hold your entry, or did you cut it? Are you still holding? Ooh, still garbage, man. Still. Oh, did my throttle get off? No volume, yeah. It's just very, very tough, man. I didn't see your live. No, we're here every day, Michael. We're here every day. Twice a day. 3 times if you count My Funded Futures TV. So we're here all morning long. Today has been one of those days that we took our first loss because I know what my mistake was. I entered on that opening candle and I should have waited. So opening that and not having a big enough stop loss, that really hurt me this morning. Same on the second trade. We had the right direction pick, but man, the stop loss is just, the pullbacks have been nuts today. So now we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. I mean, look how dead the ES is, guys. Look, we got 1, 2. I mean, just, we've been stuck between 32 and 28 for the last 20, 30, 25 minutes. So very, very difficult. Let us get the dump. Come on. Save Nick's account if he's still in. If the ES cannot hold 26, we should get a push down. So you need ES to lose that 26. We've only got a few more minutes left, guys. Maybe 5 more minutes. If you guys want to continue watching, we will be over there on My Funded Futures TV with the Methodical Man from 11:30 to 12:30. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. They do free account giveaways every day. They drop forms in the chat, so they give away 5 or 6 free accounts every day. You put your stop loss too tight and oh yeah, that's what happened to me this morning, Michael Van. I was long. I want to say, let's see, we were long way down there, man. I mean, we tried to long this pivot down at 26,020. That's where we tried to get long at this morning on this push up here. I should have waited for us to kind of retest that 15 minutes a couple more times, because if I'd have just waited to the very next candle, I probably could have got my winning trade, because this candle did not have a very big pullback. So, but you know, that's hindsight trading, and you know, that's a little bit different whenever you're trading in the moment, you know. So you can go back and hindsight your trades all you want, but at the end of the day, I should have just waited for that second 5-minute candle like I have been. You live in Portland, but you're from Ukraine? Is that right? Okay. Nice. I've never been that far west. So I've never been to, I think the farthest I've ever been west in the United States is Colorado. And that's been a long, long time ago. Ooh, it looks like it finally wants to have a little breakout session here. What time is it? The ES did break out of the consolidation zone, so maybe this will finally be the push here. All right, guys, so it looks like we're going to finish the morning segment in the red today on every account we traded. So we finished red on the funded accounts. We traded 3 of them because we were copy trading. We are down, I think, like 120 to 130 on those accounts. The elusive account, we also, that was the only eval I traded this morning was that elusive, and we're down 164 on it. So that's kind of why we've been just sitting on the sidelines. We didn't want to keep just digging ourselves in a hole. So we just accepted our loss, and maybe tomorrow or later today we can find something. But as right now, we'll just have to accept our loss. But I know what'll happen if I continue trading it. If I get, you know, if you try to go over leverage it and get it back, we'll just end up blowing it, because that's usually what happens. You need 4 weeks to do consistency. Oh, goodness. That's pretty wild. Woo. Are we finally going to get some bullish price action? Oh, now you got to make almost $4 grand to get to pay out. Ugh. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough when you break that consistency rule. I've never really had an issue with breaking consistency rule. We usually try to just, you know, never usually in that heavy to make that much. But I know who's that account with, Robert? Hmm. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I have to get my stuff set up for my funded future stuff just to make sure all my stuff is shut down and cameras and stuff is working correctly. But you guys are more than welcome to join us on My Funded Futures this morning. We'll be over there for an hour, or if not, good luck the rest of the morning, guys.